today's walkthrough great. We just didn't get off to a great start. And some guys that were not at the top of their games tonight. And we had to do a lot of mix and match, but we have to find a way to play a 40-minute game with defensive pressure, with transition D at a good, and just getting up into people, especially with the team, because we told our team, and Steve McLean made this comment, and I didn't see anything different. That was as good a 1 through 4. So we were going to have to, and they obviously their starting center, but we're going to have to be on it from the beginning with our defensive pressure because of the way their guards shoot. And we just weren't as good to start, and we had our chances at the end. They made a tough 3. We missed a 3, and that's that.
Okay, we're going to go into questions. First, we're going to go into Anthony Dasher and then Jack Leo.
Hey, Tom. For a while, it looked like Noah and Aaron were pretty much going to, single-handedly, I guess, almost kind of carry to the win. But the last 3:39 and the outscoring you 12-2. I mean, you mentioned already.
They didn't score a lot to that end.
Yeah.
Those last few minutes. And they scored on turnovers, and that's what becomes hard. But and we never really got established in the post, and with seals and things of that nature. So we have to be aggressive. I think we're in the bonus at the 11-13 mark of the second half. We needed to get to the free throw line a lot. And at times we did, but at times we didn't take advantage of it the way that we could. But the biggest thing to me is we've got to have a 40-minute game of locked in defensive intensity. No matter what we're in, man zone, whatever it is, we got to have locked in intensity where we're making it harder for people to see, to penetrate, obviously to shoot it.
Yeah, Coach, didn't close super well to end the first half either. I think it was a 10-3 run there at the end. What went wrong offensively right there before halftime as well?
I have to go back and look at the film. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm sure we missed some shots, might have had a couple of turnovers, but I'm not totally sure.
Okay, next we're going to go to Mark Weiser and then Drew Beal, and then we're going to finish up with Lance McCurley.
Tom, it seemed like a lot of uncontested threes defensively in the first half. How do you get more consistent on that end? And what are some of the shortcomings you're trying to overcome defensively?
Well, I think you saw it, right? Like we were off the shooters too much. They have tremendous range. I mean, and we were giving too much ground and not up and say making them feel us. That's what it is. It's not fouling them, but it's making them feel you that we've got to get up in their chest better. And so I think that's got to improve for us. We can't give that kind of space. When we started strapping their ball screens, it brought some aggressiveness to us, but you've got to work every day to guard the ball. And we do work every day to guard the ball. We got to do a better job of doing it defensively from the start. As far as for your second question, we're not as physical around that bucket. So we've got to be active. We played a lot of really good 3-point shooting teams. So you're not in a situation where you can do a lot of overhelping, which it puts more pressure on the man to make sure that he's guarding his man. And we've got to continue to send 5 guys defensive rebounding wise to the glass. I think our deflections were low tonight. I don't know the total, but I think they were really low. And that's a barometer of active intensity, right? How active your hands are. And our biggest weaknesses, Mark, outside of what we may not have lengthwise or things like that, is our activity with our hands and how much pressure we put on people and our ability to talk defensively.
Thanks.
Hey, Coach. Tough loss tonight, but it was really a pretty incredible performance from Noah, who led the team in points, rebounds, and minutes. He was only 1 3 away from tying a school record. What does a performance like that tonight do for his confidence as he, continues to step into a bigger role?
Well, I think it does a lot. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. He's a key guy, and we knew he was going to have to be on the team. And then when Jalen went down, we moved his position, and so he's a very hard matchup that way. And he's rebounding. He's got really quick hands, and very quick reflexes. So if he can continue to get to a place of positioning defensively, foot-wise, because he's not the fleetest of foot, but he is really, really quick with his hands. So if he can get the positioning down that he's got to have to be on the ball, he's going to continue to do that. He had 11 boards the other night, 7 tonight. Those are really positive things. So the next guy that's really got to make the jump for us, I think, is going to be Tyrone Baker. and because of his length. And I wanted to get him in there tonight, but Ty McMillan ended up with a good start of that half. But it was not a great night for Braylon, and we didn't get enough established inside that way with him. And so when you don't have your post game, you still got to get through the paint, and that's where the kickouts come. And there'll be a night when we get everybody, we get more than one or two guys on a roll shooting the ball. We just haven't had that yet. Anybody else?
We're just gonna go to Drew and then Lance.
We just had Drew.
I did.
didn't we?
I just went, yeah.
Lance? Okay, it looks like he's no longer on here. Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.